Welcome to this channel. Today we are going to give a movie recap on the film titled The Little Mermaid. The movie begins to show when a group of sailors and sea guardians were on ship on the attempt to hunt and kill mermaids, and to celebrate the birthday of the prince at sea. Meanwhile, far under the ocean, 100 miles deep, were a group of mermaids having a meeting with the king of the mermaid. In their meeting, one of his daughters was absent. This little princess's name was called Ariel. She was a girl who was very adventurous and sought to discover the outside world and be on land. She had a collection of artifacts and tools from ships that have been wrecked above the sea. So in her absence from the meeting, she went above the water, and then discovered the ship above with the people feasting and dancing. There was a prince on the ship called Eric, who sought to find a partner for himself, and sought the equality of all people and creatures. Then suddenly a wild storm swept off the area, making the people run for their dear lives in little canoes off the ship. After it wrecked, the prince drowned in the sea, but the little Ariel had seen him, so she pursued and saved him, bringing him off water to the shore. There was one peculiar thing about her too. It is that she had a magnificent voice. She sang and sang at shore to the prince, but he was unconscious, and couldn't see who was singing, nor who saved him. Meanwhile, underwater too, there was a wicked woman called the Sea Witch, who had been watching her through her magic mirror, and she sought to create enmity between the king and Ariel, and wanted to gain the gift of the Little Mermaid. Later, the king sent a crab who was his spy to survey his daughter Ariel, but Sebastian the crab loved Ariel, so he couldn't tell on her. However, how hard Sebastian the crab tried to keep her underwater, she escaped. So the king summoned Sebastian to question him about Ariel. Though he tried to keep it secret, his extreme fear made him tell everything to the king. The king at once went to Ariel, scolded her, and destroyed all the artifacts of the humans found in her room. The king actually hated all humans because they had killed his queen, the mother of Ariel. So the Sea Witch saw all that was going on. So after she privately came to Ariel in a bid to help her grant all what she needed in order to go on land. Meanwhile, she had an evil scheme. So Ariel followed her to her own abode underwater, which was scary and bad. There, the witch explained who she was and all what she had done to save people and kill them. So she told Ariel that she could make her a human for 3 days, and she could remain a human forever if she and Eric would share a true love's kiss before the end of the 3rd day. And if she didn't win him over, she would become her slave forever and ever. At first, Ariel hesitated to accept the offer, but when she realized her father's anger against her, she accepted the offer. This offer wasn't for free, as little Ariel traded her wish for her beautiful voice. Immediately after the trade, she was sent on top of the water, as she had now developed human legs. She couldn't breathe in water. While all this was taking place, Sebastian and Ariel's best companion had been watching, so they helped her to swim towards the shore. Before then, a fisherman caught her in his net. In great surprise and shock, he quickly found her some clothes and took her straight to the royal castle, so that she could be taken care of. Once at the palace, she was taken care of by a good woman, given a bath, dressed up well, and then prepared to see the prince. Since she couldn't even talk, the king couldn't think she was the one. So that evening, Sebastian the crab came and met her, explaining telling her is to be done, and then she fell asleep. Very early in the morning, she woke up to move around the palace, and then she went to the artifacts room of the palace. That same time, the Prince Eric too came in and found her there. So there he showed her all the artifacts he had collected, and she too showed him the importance of some of them, though she couldn't speak. So that same day, she and the prince took their cart and house, and went to explore the land. There she learned how to ride a horse. She walked all around the market seeing everything there, after she came to dance with the prince. So when evening came, while heading home, the crab and his bird friend soared away to bind them together. So they led them both to a lagoon, where they rowed a canoe for some air. There the crab, fish and bird made all sort of natural melodies and singings, persuading the Prince Eric to kiss the girl immediately. After a long lovely connection, when they were about to kiss, the Sea Witch sent 2 fishes that came and made their canoe to capsize, making all of them fall in water. This made the Sea Witch very angry, shocked that the princess's spell would have been broken. So in anger, she made another spell. While this was going on, The king and her daughters were busy looking for her, since it had been 2 days that she wasn't found in waters. So on the third day, the sea witch made herself to become a human, a beautiful girl with the voice of Ariel that she had taken. That morning the beautiful witch fooled Eric by the sweet voice, making Eric to propose to her that same day. When the bird heard this, she quickly went and shared the news with Ariel and the crab. The little mermaid quickly ran out to see what happened. When she found out that the prince will marry someone else, she ran away. Sebastian and his friends quickly looked for her all over, but couldn't see her. So after they came to a room and found out that it was the sea witch in disguise, so they informed the king and water, and then tried to stop everything on land. So when Ariel heard about it, she ran up to the castle to the prince and the disguised witch. She fought and removed the necklace from the witch's neck that held her voice. When she broke it, her voice returned to her and she gained her voice back. This made the witch very enraged at her. When Ariel was with Eric, they tried to kiss each other. However, the sun set, and finally Ariel transformed to her original mermaid nature in front of everybody. This created terror in everyone's face, and then the witch quickly seized her and dragged her in water. Eric decided to follow her in water to save her. After the witch was going to her home in water with Ariel, the Sea King came and blocked them trying to save his daughter. Since the witch was about to kill his daughter, he gave in for her, and thus he lost his life. If the king died, Eric entered under the deep sea and struck the witch. Being furious, she created chaos on sea, stirring up a great storm, attacking the boy and the princess. The battle was so fierce, but in the end Ariel channeled a sharp edge of a boat which pierced her into the heart, and she died. When she died, the scepter in her hands fell to the king's grave, making him to resurrect. After the battle, there was just quietness and emptiness in the sea. So the king wanted to please her daughter, so he used his scepter and transformed her into a human. Ariel was glad as she was free. Thus she got married to the young Prince Eric, and they lived in unity and harmony with the sea creatures until the end. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more recap. See you.